It's a big night of high school sports in our community. The News 8 Highlight Zone starts now.
Good evening, I'm Greg Wawrnick. Going back to 1940, only 57 are able to say they won 3 WIAA state individual wrestling titles. West Salem Bangor's Devin Barr with an opportunity to join that elite list tonight. Hunter Dishler, Cody C., Andrew Dahl are the most recent 3-time champs from our area. A moment that always sends chills down your spine. It's the March of Champions, getting things started on Championship Saturday at the Kohl Center. Division II title match at 152 pounds. Devin Barr scoring 3 points here in the near fall. He wins major decision 14-1, and Barr joins that exclusive list of 3-time state champions.
Out of all of them, I feel like this is probably the most joyful one and probably going to be the most memorable. My career's had a lot of ups and downs, obviously, with being able to go undefeated as a freshman, then having to sit out over half the season, sophomore year with the knee injury, but then being able to come back and go undefeated in my junior and senior year.
Defending champion and Central senior Jaden Van Manen, a perfect 48-0 heading into his title match. Second period, Van Manen gets awarded 2 points for this takedown, and that carries him to another goal. He wins by decision 3-1.
It's awesome being on top again. I just like the will to win, and it's the best feeling ever when you're on top of the podium.
Love that smile. Viroqua Junior Ryan Hanna also going for a repeat state title. First period, Hanna with the escape gets to within 1. However, Hanna falls in a 4-3 decision. The Melrose Mindoro GET wrestling program advancing not 1, but 2 wrestlers to the title round for the first time in program history. At 120, Julian Kearney loses by major decision 9-0. At 220 pounds, Dakota Daffinson. Takedown right there, and Daffinson wins by decision 10-6, the program's first ever state champion.
I'm proud of myself. I could have done better. I want to focus on next year, work on something I'm not good at, make a big difference, and win title next year.
Amazing. I honestly never thought I'd be here. I always told myself it when I was little, dreamt about it. Every night before I go to bed, it's the last thing I think about, but I never honestly thought I'd be here. And this started my future life, but I think this is going to be better than our wedding day.
Love the emotion there. 2 Cochrane Fountain City wrestlers still standing entering Championship Saturday. At 126 pounds, Max Dashler gets the escape but loses a 3-1 decision. At 132, Tate Murdy, 2 points for the takedown. However, he falls in an 8-4 decision.
Had great practice partners in the room. We all worked hard. We all had the same goals, and we knew what we needed to do to achieve them. And just everyone pushed each other hard this season. That's what really paid off for all of us.
The West Salem Co-op gymnastics team has put up some of the top team scores in Division II this season. Now they'll try to do it when it matters most. D2 sectional over at Menominee High School, trips to next weekend's state tournament on the line. We begin with Onalaska's Melissa Webke, going to state in 2 events. An 8.7 on the vault, ties for 5th. She's 6th all around, best finish, 2nd place on the uneven bars. Balance beam, West Salem's Ellie Tshumper sticks the landing, 8th place for her, 8.550. Her teammate going to state on the beam, Anna Tanky, 5th place finish at an 8.975. Back to Tshumper, she owned the uneven bars. Look at this finish. How about a 9.075? That's best in that event today. She also 5th in the all-around to advance. West Salem moving on to state. They win the sectional with a team score of 139.400. Division I sectional meets Holman's 6th place finish, the top local team down in Middleton. And GET Co-op places 6th at the Chippewa Falls meet. Well, still plenty ahead. Girls basketball regionals and a hockey game that just wrapped up over in the Dells as West Salem Bangor tries to get to state. Back to the News 8 Highlight Zone. Ever since forming their own program a handful of years back, West Salem Bangor boys hockey has established themselves as one of the top teams in our area. Tonight, the biggest game in the short history of their program. Top-seeded Panthers versus Reedsburg Co-op. Trip to state on the line. Midway mark of the first period. Shot blocked. But West Salem Bangor senior Nathan Belling punches it in for a 1-0 lead. A wild shot around the boards leads to a Reedsburg breakaway right before the first intermission. Dylan Brown, nice move, and that evens up the score. Third period, we jump ahead to now. Panthers holding on to a 3-2 lead. Turnover in their own zone. Tic-tac, no! Mitch Hammis, big save. Check out this final score. West Salem Bangor moving on to state. They win 5-2. Today was the scheduled day for girls basketball regional championship games, but because of yesterday's weather, only a couple games in our area will actually get to hand out the regional title plaque following the final buzzer. Onalaska looking to get one step closer to making a repeat trip to state. Hilltoppers hosting Rice Lake. Onalaska's Taylor Stutley sat out most of the first half with 2 fouls, but she comes back in and scores back-to-back threes. Anna up by 7 at the break. Stutley 22 points. Rice Lake goes on a run in the second half. Peyton Teefs to Callie Moloff for 3. Warriors up by 6. Late second half, Onalaska's Emma Gamoki inbound to Marissa Delaney for 3. Hilltoppers take a 2-point lead. Rice Lake answers right back. Teefs hits the 3. They go back up by 1. But Onalaska would take the lead back on free throws down the stretch. They survive and advance 61-58 to win the regional championship.
Just perseverance. It's a game of runs, so we just had to play as we know how to play and finish and dig deep and get the win.
The other half of this bracket, Holman at Menominee for the regional title. First half, Vikings Courtney Krisnovich. Strong drive to the hoop and lays it off the glass. An early 2-point lead for the Vikings. Then Brooklyn Paulson, she has 25 tonight. Drives baseline and finishes with the right. They're down by 1. Paulson then shows off some court vision. Finds a cutting Caitlin Young wide open for the bucket. Holman back on top. This nip and tuck the entire way through. Menominee gets a 1-point win, 56-55. The rest of these games now regional semifinals. Winner moves on to play Monday night. Division III has a pair of all Cooley matchups. West Salem hosts Westby. Second half, West Salem's Abby Niemeyer finds Haley Gilster for an open 3. Panthers up by 12. Gilster leads her team with 12. West Salem using the press to get it done. Niemeyer to Brooke Benson for the layup. But Westby comes up with a big rally. Chelsea Olsen to Kira Keenlance. Norseman now up by 2. Westby's big run continues. Chelsea Olsen, basket, whistle. Olsen a game-high 19 points. Co-Cooley champion West Salem falls to Westby 53-42. Westby travels next to Elk Mound, who beats Arcadia. The other Co-Cooley champ GET hosts Black River Falls. Redhawks strike first. Madison Schmitz drives and dishes it to Olivia Zelke for the basket. Zelke with a game-high 15. BRF quickly with an answer. They swing it to Maggie Rue. Bank open tonight for her. Count for 3. Tigers up by 1. GET turns it on after that. Macy Williams gives it up. Going to get it back. Redhawks go up by 4. See, it pays to share. Few possessions later, Kate Koulis goes baseline. She throws it up and rattles it in for 2. GET taking care of business. They win tonight 49-30 to advance to the regional final. Number 1 ranked team in Division 4 opening up postseason play. Aquinas hosting Fenimore. Kaya Steiner in the first half works the baseline, finishes with a nice reverse layup. Then Steiner going to receive the ball in the same spot this time. Kicks it to Sheila McCoy, who's good from downtown. Blue Goals with the pedal to the metal. Jessa Peterson with the steal, and she goes coast to coast. They lead it 61-9 at halftime, and they win 83-22. Next up for Aquinas is Partyville, who beats Brookwood by 3. Like Aquinas, Melrose Mindoro undefeated entering the postseason. Mustangs opening up against Boscobel. Melman comes out hot. Nice passing, Colette Lockington from deep. 11-0 Mustangs. Lockington 19 points. Later in the half, Katie Christofferson picking pockets. It's 20-2 the score. Boscobel goes on a run to end the half. Here now in the second half, Lockington steal takes them right back to where they started. 45-30 the score there, and Melrose Mindoro gets the win, 75-43. Final game out of this super tough sectional semifinal bracket has Cochrane Fountain City hosting Necedah. Second half, Kyra Saylor drives it in deep, goes up and under for the bucket. Necedah down by 13. That triggers a big CFC run. Karen Charlo steps out and knocks down a triple from the top of the key. Pirates back up by 16. Later on, off the inbound, Riley Gable left open for the easy hoop. Game high 18 for her. Pirates keep rolling. Taylor Thusch kicks it out to Lexi Peterson, and she dials it up from long distance. Caps off a 22-1 run. Pirates win 65-32. It'll be round 3 between CFC and Melrose Mindoro on Monday night. We make one Division 5 stop. Cashton making the trip to Blair Taylor first half. Cashton up by 12. Blair Taylor's Sophie Hammond finds Danielle Waldera for 2. 19-9 the score. Later in the half, Marley Naring pulls up from 3-0 but net. Cashton up 5. Still first half, Cashton's Emily Schaldock. Hard cut for the lay-in, and Cashton has a 1-point lead at the break. Blair Taylor, though, couldn't be stopped in the second half. Here's Waldera. Spin move off the glass for 2. 48-34 the score there, and Blair Taylor wins it 65-53. Wildcats, they're going to take a drive through Wildcat Mountain on Monday as they'll face Hillsborough, who wins by 13. Couple more of Division 5 results. Augusta beating Independence, and Seneca over Belmont. Coming up, can UW La Crosse make it a clean sweep at the WIAC Indoor Track and Field Championships? Highlights are next. Welcome back to the News 8 Highlight Zone. The UW La Crosse women and men both enter the second and final day of the WIAC Indoor Track and Field Championships, sitting in first place. Men's 800-meter run, Joe and Sam Hins get some points for the Eagles. They finished second and third, just 0.6 of a second apart from one another. Women's 200-meter dash, Courtney Purcell finishes at 25.85. That's a fourth place finish. Women's 3,000-meter run, Caitlin McDaniel, second place finish. The 5,000-meter champ, Elizabeth Frick, crosses at 6th. But what an indoor career for Ross Denman. His 4th straight 400-meter title, as well as anchors the 1,600 relay to victory. Check it out. It is a clean sweep. The men scoring 150 points, the women 144.5.
It feels great. It's really something special, and I know it hasn't really soaked in yet, but I'm sure it will, and it's a neat feeling.
Everybody just stepped up, freshmen all the way to the seniors. Everybody's got great leadership, and I was just so proud to watch all of my teammates compete this weekend. They did such a wonderful job.
Upset in the quarterfinal round of the NSIC Women's Basketball Tournament, Winona State knocks off top seed Augustana 82-76. We're sharing Play of the Night honors among the many standout performances from West Salem teams. Gymnastics going to state, Ellie Teshumper, top scorer in the uneven bars. Boys hockey going to state, Nathan Belling scores the first goal in a 5-2 win. And Devin Barr, 3-time WIAA state champion.